we're joined now by the next Chief Minister of Delhi, Mr. Harshvardhan of the BJP. Dr. Harshvardhan, thank you very much for joining us. Congratulations. It looks as though you're going to get a majority on your own, most probably, or at least just 1 or 2 short. So you are the next Chief Minister, right? Am I talking to the next Chief Minister of Delhi?
I will accept it only when all the results are declared and our MLAs have met and formally chosen me.
Right. But you are, of course, being chosen by the party, and you made it very clear to the electorate that you would be the next Chief Minister. First 100 days, what are you going to do?
You see, Mr. Roy, I feel that every issue is very, very important. For a woman, the woman's security issue may be important. For a young man, a job may be important. For a poor man living in a JJ cluster, the issue of inflation may be very, very important. And for those who live in unauthorized colonies, if they are not getting water, that may be important. So, I am going to instruct the administration about making an action plan within the next 7 to 15 days and ensuring that we start working on all the fronts simultaneously. In government, you have the facility and you have the mechanism to be able to start working on many things simultaneously. It's not that particular thing that we are going to do first. I'm going to make an action plan for every front which needs urgent attention.
Mr. Harshvardhan, the Aam Aadmi Party appears to be the number 2 party. Has their strength surprised you?
You see, if you remember, when you took my interview a couple of days back, I had told you very categorically that BJP is ahead of both of them, and it is probably a fight going on between the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party for the second position. And the initial trends also show the same.
No, but actually the Aam Aadmi Party has succeeded in wiping out the Congress. The Congress, as of now, has fewer than 10 seats, and the Aam Aadmi Party is about 25. So the strength of the Aam Aadmi Party, has that come as a surprise to you?
Right.
It would be too early to say that, but I think the Congress has been decimated because of their misdeeds. They got long 15 years, but they have not been able to solve the problems of the city. And they are known for their corruption, they are known for their scams, they are known for the huge inflation that they have given to us and for making our lives miserable.
Dr. Harshvardhan, if I could ask a question. Who do you think has Aam Aadmi Party taken more votes from? From you or from the Congress? Or in other words, have they helped you destroy Congress or have they broken your momentum?
It is a little premature for me to be able to reply to that because I haven't done analysis of the results as on just now, but I think they might have, you see, eaten the votes of the Congress more than our votes.
Dr. Saab, may I ask,
Yes.
Do you think that if there had been greater cohesion and unity within the BJP in Delhi, and if your candidature had been announced earlier, that BJP would have done better in the assembly elections in Delhi?
It is something which may have to be. You see, we have no infighting or anything like that, but I think the second part of your question, I think we have to really analyze that in a little more detail.
I think one of the key factors you just mentioned was that the safety of women in Delhi. What will you do about that? Name 2 steps or 3 steps that you're going to bring in that will make Delhi a safer place for women.
You see, there are a couple of things. You see, apart from asking the central government about giving full statehood to the city. For that, we will have to wait for Narendra Modi to become the Prime Minister of the country, because this present government has not allowed Mrs. Dixit to actually be able to get statehood for the city. But apart from that, I feel that the patrolling of the city with the help of policemen and home guards and civil defense people, that has to be strengthened. We have to remove all the dark spots from the city, because I have studied all over the world that even in places like New York and London, when they removed the dark spots from the city, they could reduce their crime against women by something like 40%. And then we have to improve the sensitivity for women in the thanas. I think ensure better training for our young girls in schools, with the strengthening them for their self-defense by judo, karate things and all. And we have also thought of raising a women protection force in the city. So there are a couple of things that we have as ideas in our mind, and we are going to talk with experts, and I think we'll start working on them gradually.
Dr. Saab, you endorsed before the election, you and all the other parties endorsed a document called the Womanifesto, which was generated by women activists with a 6-point agenda plan to make Delhi safer for women. One of the points there has to do with raising public awareness about crimes against women, sensitizing the wider public and men in particular. Do you feel, looking at the way in which people in authority have responded over the last month or two to various high-profile cases of sexual attack, molestation? There was a case involving a judge where many senior people are saying, politicians are saying, well, because of all these allegations, I don't want to work around women, we should have a woman-free office. Don't you think, or do you intend as if you become Chief Minister, as I think you will, that one needs to raise a vigorous campaign against this kind of a mindset among political leaders?
You see, I had been the education minister during the earlier BJP government, and as education minister I always realized that there is a lot that you have to do in the formal education system by making better individuals. We have to strengthen the moral education concept of thing. We have to ensure that the young boys and the men, they have, I think, better respectful tendencies for the women. And I think all this has to start from the schools and the colleges. And I fully agree with you that there has to be a huge social movement about it. It can't be a single point strategy. It has to be a multi-pronged attack on all fronts. And the results and the dividends we'll get after, I think, a reasonable amount of time. But we have to start thinking about that right now.
Right, Dr. Harshvardhan. Many congratulations. You've done a tough campaign. I was on one of the jeeps with you, and I saw the crowds waving and cheering you, and they've actually converted that into votes. Many congratulations and good luck as Chief Minister, which you will be, I'm sure, sworn in the next few days.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Thanks very much.